What's going on, guys? Corey Willis here with my good friend Chris Bolton, and you are listening to the Breakdown Sportscast. Guys, we are getting closer to 100 subscribers, guys. I'm gonna let Chris let you know what you can do in order to get your name into a free raffle for some free merch.
Yeah, no, like Corey said, we're trying to hit 100 subscribers. We need you guys to do something for us. So for this video, we need you first and foremost to like the video. It's huge. It's key for the algorithm. It gets everybody to see it. So like the video. Also, you have to subscribe. So subscribe to the channel. And then we also need you to comment who you're repping. Do those three things for us. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment your school. That puts you in the running to receive the free merch. So we're gonna send you some merch of your favorite team. So make that happen. Get this video out there. Get these subscribers up. Get these likes up. Hook us up. We got you. We love you. We appreciate you guys. You've been with us so far on this journey, and we're looking to continue to do bigger and better things. So we need everybody's help in making that happen. Share this video. Put it out there. Let's get you some game day swag to rep this on Saturdays for this season.
All right, Chris, we are now at the Oklahoma State Cowboys. This is going to be a interesting season with first year head coach for the Pokes, Eric Morris, was previously at North Texas, and now he's
In
over
Stillwater,
there,
baby.
over there in Stillwater, about to start making things happen there for OK State. I'll go ahead and start things off with you, Chris. What are your thoughts about Oklahoma State this season? Because I'm liking what I'm seeing from Eric Morris. Look, he brought in just about all of those players from North Texas, and a lot of those guys played up to their competition. Drew Mestemaker, one of the premier guys on that team, and one of the premier quarterbacks in the transfer portal this past year, hoping to make a name for himself in the Big 12 conference. So, what are we looking at? What are your thoughts about Oklahoma State this season in 2026?
I think it boils down to how fast, how soon can these guys gel and come together, and how soon, how early will Oklahoma State be able to be an elite offense? I think the offense will be the calling card for this team. Of course, North Texas had a premier offense, arguably the best offense in the nation last year, Corey. When you look at the statistics, they were number one in scoring, number two in passing. They scored more than 45 points or more 9 times last season. And a team that went 1-11 last year, the fan base can desperately use an offense that puts points on the boards. Even if this team doesn't have a great season, even if they don't go 8-4, let's just say they're 5-7. It's the first year with the new coach, 6-6. You at least want to feel like you got a chance of winning, Corey. We saw that with the Ole Miss when they were on their come up with Lane Kiffin. Those early years, they weren't beating people. They were putting points on the board. You had to feel like, hey, we got something brewing, and we see how it played out. They did have something brewing. So can Oklahoma State hit the ground running year one and have a similar offense to what Eric Morris put on the field last season with North Texas? I think that's what we're all waiting to see. Of course, with Drew Mestemaker at quarterback and what he brings to the table, you feel good about the chances of that being the case. He knows the system, and you only expect him to continue to get better. As a redshirt freshman last year, first year as the guy, put on a show. Was incredible last season, Corey. Threw for 4,379 yards 34 touchdowns. I mean, he was the real deal. So he is the real deal. So we'll see how he performs this year in Stillwater, and if he plays up to his capabilities, it is the Big 12. We've seen crazy things happen in this conference with in a similar situation actually at Arizona State, where you had a Coach Dillingham, come in and resurrect the program and turn things around instantly and had them in the playoffs. So it's not outside the realm of possibilities that this team can be in a mix for a Big 12 championship immediately. So we'll see. But I think offense will be the calling card for the Cowboys.
I think so too. Yeah, I think just with that pedigree that Eric Morris is bringing in, hey, if they can start strong and hopefully finish strong in 2026, man, I think they can do some really good things over there in Stillwater, man. One of the things, Chris, I've always been um, very enamored with looking at with Oklahoma State is just how they recruit. Even before, when Mike Gundy was there, they would specifically get guys like those working guys. Those they get the boots by the bootstraps, and they go to work each and every day with the trucker hat. the shovel, they get down and dirty, man. Like these guys, they work. These are work horses at Oklahoma State. They're not your average ordinary 3-star, 4-star, even 5-star guys. Like some of these guys are like no-star guys um that have come into the program. So when you really look at the history of Oklahoma State, and then you bring in a guy like Eric Morris that took a team like North Texas and actually made them competitive, yeah, I think that makes them even more dangerous to me in this league. So, and I think that just comes down to these guys just being hungry. I mean, look at Drew Mestemaker. We're talking about guys that he wasn't even ranked coming out of high school. He was a no star, zero, 0 star, and now look at him, one of the premier quarterbacks in college
Mm-hmm.
football right now, looking to make a name for himself in the Power Four. So
You
yeah,
got Caleb Hawkins coming too,
yeah,
his running back.
hmm yeah. Caleb Hawkins is coming with them, and just a bevy of talented players. Wyatt Young, wide receiver. He's
Mm-hmm.
going to be
Mm-hmm.
on this team. Miles
Miles
Coleman,
Coleman.
the Terrence Lewis, all of these guys. Um, yeah, man, I'm excited to see what Oklahoma State does in 2026 because, hey, if they can blow the top off of this conference in the Big 12, yeah, I will firmly say that the Big 12 conference will be one of the premier programs or conferences that have programs that look they can make this thing wide open this season in college football if you let them. And having Oklahoma State as one of those programs that can do that, hey, I'm all for it. It makes for my college football even more exciting on Saturdays. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm eager to see what Oklahoma State can do this season. It's not going to be easy, but hey, if these guys are willing to take this task, I'm willing to see it through.
Yeah. No, we will see just how dynamic this offense can be, and can, because we just talked about the skill guys that are coming in, but it does start up front, and I think that will be key as well. Just how will this O line gel together? Because you did lose a couple guys to some Power Four schools.
Mhm.
Um, You got your center, Austin Koecki, gone to Wisconsin. Grant Segrin, tackle gone to Northwestern. Noah McKinney, he's gone to TCU, played guard. So you got some pieces exiting. So now we got to see how these new guys, how they come together and play. So it won't be easy. But if your O line can mesh early and play up to the level of these skill guys and allow them to do their thing, you might have something brewing. So we'll see.
Absolutely. So yeah, man, I can't wait to see what happens with this offense. Just because, yeah, I think they have some bright minds there that's going to be on playing on the field, but I think they have a heck of a coach as well in Eric Morris. So yeah, man, I'm definitely going to be watching a lot of Oklahoma State in 2026. Before we wrap up our preview with Oklahoma State, Chris, we got to talk about this schedule real quick.
Corey, the college football season is right around the corner, and there's a fitness app that can have you in game shape come Saturday this fall. And that app is Atlas Fitness. Now you can go to atlasfitness.com and everything is right there for you. It's an AI powered adaptive fitness planning app. So the workouts will be structured to guide you and keep you moving towards your fitness goals. Everything right there in place, workout plans, meal plans, all of the works. All you got to do is just upload photos of where you want to be at, of what you're trying to achieve. And the app will center workouts to helping you build towards that goal body that you want to have. So definitely go to atlasfitness.com, ATLIS fitness.com, and be sure to sign up for the beta. And then coming soon to iPhones and to Androids as well is the actual app. So be on the lookout for that.
Because, like I said, it's not going to be easy. You have some games in here that, hey, if you can win, hey, kudos to you. But yeah, you do have some of the juggernauts in there in the Big 12. They're not gonna be playing. They're not gonna be playing around potentially when you step on that field come time to kick off. So yeah, we'll go ahead and start off September the 5th, Chris, on Saturday. You kick things off with a game against Tulsa. You have to travel there. So there'll be a good little test. I mean Tulsa's not, world beater, but I wouldn't expect
They aren't
them.
terrible either.
Yeah, they're not terrible either. So I wouldn't be looking at them as a pushover. So, got to come out and play.
Yeah. You can't look at nobody as a pushover after the season this team had last year. So,
No.
They know that all too well.
Exactly.
Even though it's new guys for the most part, they still know what needs to be done.
Exactly. Right. You change that jersey for a reason, but if you look at the tape, yeah, you don't want to repeat the same history that you did a year ago. So you want to come out with a stronger tail and looking to do bigger things in 2026. So yeah, man, we'll see what happens with that first game, but I think they should be able to handle business. So we'll see. But it gets real. Second game of the season, Chris, September the 12th against Oregon. Oregon comes to town, so that'll be the first real test of these Cowboys. I know, man. Yeah, man. I know. It'll look. If you can make it interesting, hey, I'll give them kudos. I'll be right there at my TV, just like, hey, look, they did it. They didn't win the game, but hey, they really showcased that they wasn't scared
I
of the
mean,
Ducks that day.
you know, we were joking, but at the same time, too, though, to give a real assessment, Corey, it's a great time to catch Oregon.
Perfect time.
Look at last season. You know, Florida State called Alabama at the right time. We were thinking Florida State was was back, and we saw how the seasons played out for both programs, for both teams. But you know, anything can happen early in the season.
Anything can happen,
And it's a
man.
home game, so we'll see.
Yeah. No, we'll see, man. It'll be definitely exciting if Oklahoma State was to pull off their upset, man. You talk about
Hey, yeah, that will have people thinking it's 2007 all over, baby. We
oh
talked
boy.
about it a little bit last year, but it'll really be some 07 vibes if that happens.
Oh man, what a yeah. You know how last year we was just talking about like, man, I think this is the 2007 year. Well, what if this year is just pandemonium every week?
It very well can be. Real soon we'll have a year like that, just based off of the portal and how this talent is dispersed. It's coming.
Yeah, no, I think you're right, man. So
But they say, why not us? Why not this year?
right, why not us this year? Absolutely, man. But yeah, that September the 12th against Oregon, it's definitely gonna be a huge game. Um, yeah. After that, you got Murray State at West Virginia, and then against UCF. I think those games can potentially be manageable. Who
Those are
knows?
winnable
Maybe.
games.
Yeah,
If you're what 4-1 after those first five,
it's not
I think you
bad.
feel really good.
Yeah,
I think you feel great.
yeah,
I think 3-2 is acceptable. At West Virginia will be tough.
yeah, yeah. I was just gonna say that. hmm Yeah, I think that'll be a little bit of a tougher matchup than what you expect. But hey, yeah, like you said, Chris, if you can if you can come out of this unscathed, 4-1, first 5 games of the season, I say that's success. I say that's a step up because hey, you just need 2 more games to be bowl eligible, and why not kick things off with a trip to Houston on October the 17th to try to get that 5th win, Chris. I'm just saying. Oklahoma State fans. Look, I don't want to keep your hopes and dreams way too high, but look, uh, Cowboys can dream. You Pokes fans can dream.
It's you wouldn't necessarily predict them to win that game, but it's out of the question. You know,
Nah.
Houston still has to prove that they are for real too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we'll see.
We will see. We talked about that in the Houston preview. So yeah, man, we'll see what you're made of, Oklahoma State. But yeah, that should be an interesting game indeed. Moving along, October the 24th, Colorado comes to town, so that'll be interesting. We talked about Colorado, at Iowa State, at Kansas State, before November the 14th. Um, the big dance against probably the boogeyman of the Big 12 in Texas Tech. So
That's a tough little 2 game back to back right there.
it is. It is.
At K State, then you play Texas Tech. That won't be easy.
No, not at all. Not at all. So, hey, I mean, try to split if you can. If I look, I
Splitting
know.
is a success. I mean,
Yeah,
that's yeah.
yeah, I think you're right, Chris. I think splitting for them is a huge success. And I know October and the first few weeks of November are going to be rough, but hey, If they can find a way to get at least 2, maybe 3 victories in that little bubble, I think that will go a long way for this team because they need
Yeah, you definitely want to win that game against Iowa State. At Iowa State, two teams, two programs in transition mode with
it.
Oklahoma State. Iowa State has it's going to be a new look team, a lot of new faces. You really want that one badly. You need that one, to be honest with you, Corey. You can't let that one slip you by. You need that one. If you can win that one, and then you mess around, and if you beat a Kansas State, oh man, hey, this season is a success in my eyes, especially if you get off to the start that we feel like they potentially can get off to.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, partner. So yeah, I'd say do the best that you can. To try not to make the bottom fall off by the season's end, man, because you can definitely you know take things down on a low note with the schedule in October and a little bit of November. Like things can definitely uh, become
The bottom can
really
fall out. It
bad.
can
Yeah.
collapse.
Yeah. So you don't want that. You don't want to collapse around that time. You want to at least show that hey, we got a pulse. We know what we have. Are we fully there yet? No, but we're close. So
Yeah,
hopefully they can do that.
we'll find out. We harped on the offense a lot. We'll see what this defense is made of too, Corey.
Mhm.
That's another question mark. Because they lost some pieces.
Mhm.
We mentioned Wendell Gregory.
Yeah.
He gonna be in the Wildcats jersey. He gonna be playing for K State,
Oh my
and he
gosh.
was a force on the edge.
Mhm.
So they're trying to replace him and um, McCoy as well, who transferred to Georgia Tech. So
Mhm.
you lost a couple playmakers on that D line. It's going to be difficult, but if the defense is for real too, and we know what to expect, what we think this offense will be.
Right.
Oklahoma State, man, they can definitely be bowl eligible this year. I think that is a good benchmark for this team is to reach bowl eligibility.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think so too, man. And you wrap up um, the month of November at Arizona State, and then Kansas comes to Stillwater um, at season's end. So that's your schedule, man. I think if you can manage it, like you said, Chris, if they can do the necessary things to become bowl eligible in Eric Morrison's first year in Stillwater, I think the sky's the limit for this team. So we're gonna keep a keen eye and keep watching this team and see what happens this season. But I'm excited to see what the Cowboys can do this year in 2026.